Sacramento for an 11-point, 32-21 advantage at the end of one. We'll be back.
The times are uncertain.
And knowing the day's events has never been more important.
Turn to Chicago's #1 newscast at 9.
WGN News at 9.
Whether the story is developing here in Chicago
Or across the world.
WGN News at 9 brings you the local perspective.
Backed by the resources of the Chicago Tribune and our network partner, CNN.
WGN reaffirms its commitment
as Chicago's very own source for news.
Watch WGN News at 9 tonight.
Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for when you feel the heat. Get refreshment down cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
Sign up for MSN. Use it to buy baseball cleats for son. And get tips on hand-eye coordination. Use it to search for child optometrists. And post photos of your son's first big catch. Want a great alternative to AOL? Microsoft Technology makes MSN more useful every day. Call now to sign up.
No time left for you. On my way to better things. Got no time.
Today, 63% of Americans feel financial institutions aren't interested in helping them. So where do you turn? H&R Block Financial Advisors gives everyone access to smart financial advice. Start now with a free personalized financial review. It's your future on your terms.
Wizards a big first quarter, and they got a contribution off the bench from Courtney Alexander, who's still feeling it after his 32-point performance Sunday. Alexander with 2 from the field and 6 points. There are the numbers in the first quarter.
14 points off the bench. You know, the first game we played up here, they scored 32 points in the first quarter also. Bulls only had 18 and made a game of it, only lost by 6 points. But
good catch by Jones. Nice feed from Teron Lou. Popeye has 6 off the bench. Jalen Rose backs off on the dribble. Oakley. Rose to the outside. Three. Ring it up. 9 for Jalen Rose. And did you see earlier on that set, Johnny, they ran a double team at Jalen Rose. They brought Popeye Jones off of Charles Oakley to double down on Rose out front.
Yeah, more teams are doing that. You identify the scorer on the team, and they are going.
Alexander bails it out to Davis. And Popeye Jones almost came over the back of Oakley that time. Here come the Bulls back the other way. Curry and Oakley up front. Crawford, Rose, and E-Rob. Eddie Robinson on the wing. Crawford straight on. The ball hits his first of the season. Early going second quarter. The Bulls kind of battling their way back into it, down by 8.
That's the way to get back into it. Move that ball around, hit the open man. Rose was open and
Teron Lou. Davis with the baseline. Oakley rebounds. 5-0 Chicago run. Robinson back cut. Nice look from Oak. E-Rob had a tough angle to try to finish that one with. Popeye Jones the rebound. Hubert Davis.
Sweet stroke.
He does have a nice stroke, doesn't he? Been averaging 8 points a game off the bench this year for the Wizards.
Still see him going to the free throw line in the game against New York. On Pippen foul.
Rose, backdoor, Oakley, stopped for the foul. Brendan Haywood was shaken up on that play. I believe he committed the foul. Haywood, who was the rookie of the month in December.
Here it is. Again, good passing. A little pass down, and Oak rolls up to the basket. Shoot two.
So as Haywood kind of walks off the bump down low, Oakley misses the front end, and he'll have another. Fred Hoiberg into the game first time tonight, and he's going to get Jalen Rose a rest.
One shot.
Jalen heads off with 9 points. 4 of 6 shooting from the field. Oakley missed 3 games with a sore knee, splits a pair at the line. The Bulls kind of whittling away at it. Down by 9. Alexander raises and ahead. My goodness. He was not challenged by Eddie Robinson, who was standing right there with him. Crawford tugs at his jersey.
He's the man of the point.
Hoiberg moves it to Oakley again from the outside. Why does he stay down? You don't like that,
No,
do you?
no, and eventually hollering.
Haywood, high low, Popeye Jones, down low. Over the back.
Haywood again.
Haywood picks up his second personal foul. Eddie Curry had position inside. Second on the team. 8:52, barely 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Bulls trail the Wizards by 11.
Out here, power has nothing to do with the view from your office. The size of your desk, or the title on your business card. The Toyota Tundra, better from the ground up.
Every day, millions of people turn to Chicagoland's leader in home video entertainment. And now, there's never been a better time to order AT&T broadband digital cable. You'll get your first month free and free installation. Call 888-4BEST-TV right now. Choose your favorite premium channels. AT&T broadband. Call 888-4BEST-TV to find out which digital package is right for you.
With document distribution from Canon, you can send a document to different locations instantly. Print it in one office, email it to another, and send volumes somewhere else. All at the same time. Hey, welcome to the new office. It's Business Accelerated.
Abe Holland, the owner of the Wizards. Michael Jordan used to own part of it, but technically had to sell his share back, right, to become a player again.
Abe was an owner of the Baltimore Bullets, which this franchise was when I played there.
Was he really?
Uh-huh.
Good owner to play for?
Yeah.
He's owned them.
He had a lot of money then. He's got a lot of money now. I didn't have any money then. I don't have any money now.
Oh, you are rich beyond belief. All the friends you have.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know. If I can only spend my friends. Uh-oh.
It's a steal by Lou Crawford. Hustling back, Alexander fills the lane. Johnny, it just looks like the Wizards are a little quicker here tonight than the Bulls at the moment.
They are a little more ready to do things.
Crawford trying to set up some offense here. Ball tipped. Hoiberg comes up with it. Down low, the baseline jumper, nicely done.
Eddie Robinson with a nice little fade for his first.
Davis at the wing. Quick ball movement to Ron Lou. Now Jones. The tip won't go for Brendan Haywood. Backhand rebound, chased down by Crawford. 3-on-3 break. Rebound backhand. Hubert Davis. Davis pulls up. Just short. It'll belong to Chicago. So some open court opportunities and both sides missing.
Punch it. Oh, man, I thought Lou had that steal. We got more traffic in front of us than there was coming to this game.
Yes.
Eddie Curry picks up his third foul.
Yeah, you're right, John. We're getting screened by coaches and players back and forth.
Ball, guys chasing jackets down. Look at this.
There aren't that many people in this building, but we've got them all standing in front of us just about.
There's Uncle Billy right there.
Yeah. He happens to block the whole side of the court we're looking at.
I want to see when we get back home if I can sell his seat to some of my friends. He never uses it.
Yes. Alexander off the dribble. Quick pull-up once again.
Yeah.
Second time he's hit a shot from there in this quarter.
Got a stroke going, 12 points.
Alexander with 5 from the field. Washington pulling out to a 13-point advantage.
Boy, that's what you look for, a guy to come off the bench and give you some points, and he certainly has done that.
Dalibor inside. Bogdanich over Haywood. Brendan Haywood claims the board. Wizards working on their biggest lead of the night. Teron Lue.
Foul on Haywood again.
Illegal screen.
That's his third in about 3 minutes.
Well,
those guys, the referees mustn't have read that he was a rookie of the month, huh?
Yeah, they're cutting him down to size. Off the bench, Alexander has led the way for the Wizards to a big advantage. The other place where they have a huge advantage, Red, is in points in the paint.
Also, I would think rebounding.
Yep. And it's, you know, it's interesting that you watch the game Friday night, and the Bulls had the advantage inside. Nicely done, Travis Best. Friday night, the Wizards couldn't match the Bulls' big people. Tonight, the Bulls are having exactly that problem. Tom Thomas was checked in for the Wizards out of Syracuse. Teron Lue operating baseline. From the outside, Alexander. Finally, he misses. And the rebound to Oakland. Travis Best penetrating. Now the follow-up.
Yes, sir.
Travis with his second from the field. He's got 4. He has been struggling from the floor in recent games. And a timeout taken by Doug Collins and company. Just under 6 minutes to go in this, the second quarter. The Bulls trying to battle their way back in, trailing 42-33.
Ford's here with 5 of the top 10 best sellers in America. Get into a new Ford car and see why we're with 1,000 to 2,500 cash back or 0% financing. ZX2, Focus, Taurus, Windstar, and more. 1,000 to 2,500 cash or 0%. So see why Ford is only at your local Ford store.
Have you noticed? You hear something new at fountains today. People who think young say, Pepsi, please.
The lively crowd today agrees. Those who think young say, Pepsi, please. They pick the right one, the modern light one. Now it's Pepsi. Pepsi. For those who think young, the right one, the modern light one. Now it's Pepsi. For those who think young.
Well, the Bulls on a mini run of 6-2 to try to get themselves back into this game. They trailed by as many as 13 points.
A little careless with the ball here as Teron Lue takes the ball, catches it, and then just waits. And here comes Courtney Alexander. He didn't wait. Travis Best tries to get it back on the other end. drives, gets Lou a fake up in the air, and he catches the iron, and yes, it falls right down into the ring. Count.
Wizards a 21-12 lead in the rebounding battle. While Jalen Rose has shot it pretty well, 4 out of 6 from the field. The rest of the team is 10 out of 23. Wizards resume offensively. Whitney picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, came out. Leitner back in from the elbow, his jumper. Unchallenged, he's going to hit that quite often. Wizards again by 11. Handed on the block down low, is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wizards, intended for Jalen Rose. Best on the inbound. Rose circles into the lane. Dolly, catch it. Bogdanich finally gets the handle and then is held up on the play by Eton Thomas.
Boy, he catches it. He gets the easy slam dunk, doesn't he?
I don't think he was looking for it, right? I don't think he was ready for it.
He got to be ready for it.
Yeah, you're right.
He rolls to the basket. He's looking now. What? There. Oh,
yeah, he was looking for it. He was looking for it. He just mishandled it. I don't know how many times I've heard you say since the trade that when Jalen Rose is on the floor, you better be ready to receive the basketball if you're a Chicago Bull.
Uh-oh.
Travis Best breaks it up and makes the steal.
Beautiful
hustle by Travis Best. Richard Hamilton was on his way to an easy 2. Hassel to Best. Rose trying to shake loose off the baseline. Travis Best, tough shot there, heel of the rim. Leitner chases down. Here's the lead for Hamilton, off his hands and out of play.
All right, you got him running a little bit, running reckless now. Take advantage.
Under 5 minutes to go, first half. Wizards lead by 11.
Dolly, what are you doing out high?
Hassel, the pull-up. The heel of the rim. Oh, Rose had that one in. Hamilton into traffic.
Oakley on the foul. He went around the back, tried to trick Oakley on that play, but it's got a body bump.
It's the first on Charles and the second on the team.
He wants him to try to go behind the back here. Got halfway through.
Chris Whitney sends it up. Leitner. Courtney Alexander. Now Leitner sheds loose in the corner, and the putback with Tom Thomas.
Boy, killing you off those offensive boards. First quarter, Heidi White did an outstanding job, and then Popeye Jones came in and did pretty good, but now John Thomas.
Rose off the baseline.
And the foul.
The foul is inside.
Yeah.
Foul is going to be on Eton Thomas. His first. Third on the team.
Valley will be at the line, so you can make this. It's like a three-point play to help you get back.
Nesby back on, replacing Alexander. Pfizer coming back in for the Bulls. He'll get Charles Oakley. Bogdanich makes the free throw.
But they didn't make that substitution.
Not yet. Apparently he's coming for Dollybar. Nesby off the screen by Leitner. Bogdanich the rebound. Travis Best to Jalen Rose. Pull up 3. Why not? Sure.
Nice pass. Will reach out with the left hand over his back, over his shoulder.
Best with a little pressure in the backcourt as the inbounds come to Whitney. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this first half. Bulls are down by 8. Hamilton trying to shake loose off the baseline on the curl. He does. He was fouled on the drive. Score the field goal.
Was he fouled on the drive or coming off the screen?
They're scoring the field goal.
I know they're scoring the field goal, but if he was fouled on the screen...
The whistle came very early, John.
All right.
There it is, right there.
He still goes on. Well, that's a continuation, I guess. Pretty good free throw shooter, this kid.
He's a good player. He is the emerging player in this league. Quiet night so far tonight. Quickly, Hassel out of the corner. Trenton Hassel with 8 points, so the Bulls get it right back. At least 2 of them back. They trail by 9. Whitney to Hamilton. Hamilton gets the step on the drive, right past Trenton Hassel that time. Richard Hamilton beginning to heat up a little bit. Travis Best against Chris Whitney gets a screen from Pfizer. The kick out Rose from the corner for 3. And Leitner is there.
It looked like Pfizer really put a moving screen on.
He erased him, I'll tell you that much. In the corner, Nesbitt. Thomas moves it to Hamilton. Off the screen by Leitner. Hamilton shot, and we get a foul.
Pfizer on the foul. Went in and drew the contact.
And a timeout taken by the Chicago Bulls. 2:08 to go. First half, Wizards by 11.
How'd your date go?
How did the date go?
Good.
I think it went well. What do you wear? Khakis and sandals. He's intellectual. He reads, is totally into foreign films. He's a great talker. Very athletic, very good body. I think he's really deep and special.
Talking things over? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
He doesn't even own a TV. Keeper.
I love this show.
So what do you want?
Gosh, look at all those combo meals. What would he order? Go with the double cheeseburger. No, do the daily double. What you really want is a McChicken. Well, I say the fillet of fish.
Now get any of these 4 sandwiches with a small fry and small soft drink for just $1.99 every day.
Daily double, McChicken, fillet of fish, double cheeseburger.
I'll have what he's having.
He must be off duty.
This is ridiculous. Just keep looking. What about the one on the right? I love this.
With a Nokia 3360 phone and AT&T wireless service...
No, more right.
This? You can send and receive text messages.
Yeah, that's what she wants. I mean, I think that's what she wants.
And right now, with a $50 rebate from AT&T Wireless, it's everything you ever wanted.
How did you know?
Here's what's on tap, brought to you by Cold Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Never miss a genuine opportunity. Our next telecast, San Antonio Spurs and Chicago Bulls, Saturday night, 7:30 on WGN-TV. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr, in our obstructed view seats here courtside at the NCI
I don't think they
Center.
sold these anymore.
I didn't either in these new buildings. Richard Hamilton. And as I mentioned, just beginning to heat up. Tomorrow night, when the Bulls battle the Miami Heat, it's Van Campen Investments Night. While supplies last, all fans entering the United Center receive a Bulls hat. Compliments of Van Campen Investments. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or visit Bulls.com. A split at the line for Richard Hamilton, who now has 6 points in the second quarter, 8 in the game. Wizards by 12 once again. Travis Best clearing his hands. Got away from Hamilton that time. Nice cut to the bucket by Trenton Hassel.
He even took a look to see if somebody was there, hesitated, and went up and put it in with the left hand.
Whitney played tough by Best. Pounding the dribble. Nesbitt. Awkward shot, but it goes. 8 for Tyrone Nesby, who's a stocky 6'11", and I should say 6'6" and 245. Rose up high for the Bulls. Out of the corner, Hansel. Thomas position on Pfizer for the rebound. Wizards by 12. Their biggest lead, 13. Oh! Make it 14 now. Eton Thomas. They impressive back.
They don't mess around. They get that ball under there, and they just rip it down.
You know, again, the Wizards of late now looking for early offense, quick offense. And it certainly has worked to perfection here tonight. Washington enjoys its biggest lead. Pfizer against Eton Thomas. Backs in on him. Here's the post-up move. Nicely done. That's what Bill Cartwright needs a little bit more of from Marcus Pfizer. A post-up presence inside.
They won a 20-second timeout.
38.5 to go in this first half. Washington leading by 12. And while we have an opportunity, let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago's WB.
I'll tell you what spurred this idea with our associate producer, Mark Brady. When the Bulls were out here playing the Wizards, the first matchup between these two teams back on January 4th, the Washington Post the next day carried a headline of two teams going in opposite directions. Well, as you can see, since January 4th, these two teams have been going in about the same direction, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Bulls will go back on defense there for the next 20 seconds at least. If I got a chance, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to my granddaughter, Megan Colleen Mary Kerr. Happy birthday. Papa missed it, but you're in my heart.
Oh,
all right. Forgiven.
By who?
My granddaughter.
Inbound contested by Travis Best, knocked it out of bounds. Bill Cartwright said of Travis Best earlier tonight, he said he's my best guard. And he meant, I'm sure, point guard. And Travis is going to start, I think, for the rest of this season. He's hard on both ends. Look at quick attention from Bill Cartwright. Wizards set it up. Under 30 seconds to go, first half. Hamilton ripped with the little screen roll there.
Watch it.
And here's the lead.
Nice.
Rose, no look past Pfizer.
Oh, what a late whistle. They weren't even going to call a play. Pfizer gets up and said,
they got Popeye Jones on it. Eton Thomas was also there.
Nesby was surrounded with him. Here
it is on Nesby. Nesby's first. So Marcus Pfizer at the line. Bulls down by 12. Nesby leads. Teron Lue back on. 9 points, 2 rebounds for Pfizer. And Hubert Davis back on for Washington. Eton Thomas leads. About 17.6 seconds to go in the first half coming up. 11 for Marcus Pfizer.
you have one, I believe, to take.
Yes, they do.
You want to take it or you want to play?
Let's say you're getting into the zone now where you would take it. Lue to Jones inside, rims out. Jalen Rose back the other way. Good if it goes, and it almost did. My goodness. Courtney Alexander got up off the bench tonight for the Washington Wizards. Had 12 points, 6 in the second quarter to give Doug Collins and company a lift. 56-46 the lead for Washington as we reach halftime from the MCI Center in our nation's capital.
Toyota audition, Garfield.
Garfield wants to be your spokesman.
I hate cats.
And I hate talent stuff.
No offense to your client, but it's dogs who love cars.
The cats are into comfort. The Toyotas are comfortable.
Well, that's true.
Critics had this to say about the all-new Camry. The interior is near perfect. Business Week. Hands down the car of the year for 2002. The Detroit News. What people will be driving next. Car and Driver.
Give me one good reason why a cat would do a car ad.
Reclining seats. Hurry to your Toyota dealer and experience what the critics are raving about.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, I was looking for the surprise party.
This is it. Quick, hurry up and hide.
Okay.
Quiet, you ruin everything.
Bring a box of Dunkin' Donuts to any occasion. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts today and buy a dozen of your favorite donuts and get 6 more delicious donuts free.
Request the things that make your room your room. What's your request? Join Wyndham by Request. Now stay 3 consecutive nights at a participating Wyndham resort and get your 4th free. Call us or your travel planner and ask for Getaways by Request.
Thomasville is now at the Home Depot.
Thomasville? Yeah, you got my attention.
Thomasville craftsmanship. Thomasville quality.
It's classy, it's American, it's elegant.
And now for your kitchen or bath, Thomasville cabinetry.
Kitchen cabinet?
Now for kitchens, now for baths.
Thomasville is great stuff.
And now, no payments until January 2003 with your Home Depot consumer credit card.
Home Depot makes beautiful things affordable.
Thomasville, only at the Home Depot. Chicago Bulls basketball on WGN-TV, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. Never miss a genuine opportunity.
Tonight, U.S. casualties are on their way home as the fierce battle rages on in Afghanistan. The latest on Operation Anaconda tonight. Then, computers that you wear, they're just a glimpse of what's to come in the world of electronics. We'll take a look at the digital future, plus Tom's forecast. Tonight on WGN News at 9.
Michael Jordan might be missing, but the Wizards' offense certainly is not, and the Bulls have a comeback in front of them in the 3rd quarter and 4th quarter tonight at Washington. Good evening, everybody. Dan Roan in our Chicago studios. Welcome to WGN Sports Halftime. Outside of the Bulls and Wizards, a light NBA schedule tonight, including the Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. John Lucas trying not to get buried in the early going. Atlanta on the board with DeMar Johnson in the 1st quarter. But the home team looking pretty good so far tonight. Wesley Person on the money end of this fast break. And at halftime, Cleveland is in pretty good shape against Atlanta, leading 39-30. That's late first half in Cleveland. Other scores tonight, the Bucks by 2 over the Knicks in the 1st. Also in the 1st quarter, it's the Heat 17 and the Pistons 8. College hoop, the Battle of Chicago. Larry Farmer's Loyola Ramblers against Jimmy Collins and the UIC Flames. It's Bailey on Bailey, and this time David of Loyola beats his brother to the rack for 2. The winner tonight goes to the NCAA. 8-point Loyola lead early, but the Flames come back firing. Jonathan Schneiderman from downtown, and at halftime, it's 36-33 UIC in front. DePaul coach Pat Kennedy is out after 5 years. Told athletic director Bill Bradshaw Sunday that he decided to leave. A record of 67 and 85, but only 9 and 19 this year. He had 5 seasons left on his contract.
I've heard a lot of coaches say too at different points in time. If you finally get to that point for whatever reason that the passion and the drive is not there, you might need to just step away for a while, whether it's a few months or whether it's a year or 2 years. And I do certainly hope to coach again someday.
Also today, Jim Molinari lost his job at Bradley after 11 years. We're back with the Cubs and the White Sox from Mesa right after a break.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Leather seats. Automatic transmission. Nowadays, you'll hear people call this a truck. Well, a man knows a station wagon when he sees one. This car will only see off-road action if the driver backs over a flower bed. If this vehicular masquerade represents the high life to which men are called, we should trade our trousers for skirts right now.
When is 20% more like 50% and more? When Value City takes 20% off our everyday low prices on some of the best names in the business.
Want internet service you can really use? MSN has Microsoft technology, so it's more useful and a great alternative to AOL. MSN, more useful every day. Call now to sign up for MSN Internet Access and get $50 back after 3 paid months.
So what do you want?
Gosh, look at all those combo meals. What would he order? Go with the double cheeseburger. No, do the daily double. What you really want is a McChicken. Well, I say the fillet of fish.
Now get any of these 4 sandwiches with a small fry and small soft drink for just $1.99 every day.
A daily double. McChicken. Fillet of fish. Double cheeseburger. I'll have what he's having. He must be off duty.
No time left for you. On my way to bed lying. I got no time.
Today, 63% of Americans feel financial institutions aren't interested in helping them. So where do you turn? H&R Block Financial Advisors gives everyone access to smart financial advice. Start now with a free personalized financial review. It's your future on your terms.
I wonder how many of them are ready for the day when they head home for retirement. If they're TD Waterhouse customers, chances are they're prepared. Because TD Waterhouse has an online retirement planner along with retirement specialists at all their branches. It's time you checked in at TD Waterhouse before you head home for work and close shop for good.
Open an IRA and get a 1-year subscription to Money Magazine. TD Waterhouse, you're in control.
Only one Cactus League game that mattered to anybody here in Chicago. The Cubs and the Sox hooking up for the first time this spring. They come face-to-face in Mesa this afternoon. Sammy's back in the lineup for the Cubs, and the rust is apparently off after that ankle sprain. Shot to left, RBI single right here off John Garland. But the Sox did a job on Cubs pitching today. Sandy Alomar Jr. ripping on Flash Gordon. A double to left center field. Flash gave up a couple of runs before they got him out of there. And later on, remember this name, Mario Valenzuela, rocking Jeff Becerra. The Sox got 10 runs in the 5th inning and clobbered the Cubs 20-6, and that was only a split wad of White Sox. Big game for them today down in Arizona. That's it for the halftime report. Much more on the DePaul situation coming up on the news at 9 o'clock. First, though, a second half of basketball coming your way. The Wizards by 10 over the Bulls. See you at 9 o'clock.
Chicago Bulls basketball on WGN-TV has been brought to you by Cold Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. Never miss a genuine opportunity. Your local Ford store. Quality people, quality products. Toyota, get the feeling. And by Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi.
WGN Morning News, Chicago's very own morning news.
You serious?
Yes, I am.
I knew that. This is WGN Morning News.
Full to the brim with news, weather, traffic, and sports. That's cool, but there's so much more.
We're just getting started.
More stars, more style,
Buenos dias.
more fun.
That's what this show's all about.
This is one big show you don't want to miss.
You should join us.
Chicago's way to start the day. WGN Morning News. Weekdays from 5:30 to 9.
Good times. Good times.
A charmed full-night event.
Can't we get a freaking day off around here?
2 episodes of 3 unstoppable charmed ones.
Thursday night at 7 on WGN.
Ford F-Series, outselling the full-size competition for 25 straight years. More V8 torque than Chevy, Dodge, and Toyota. That's more pulling power than the competition. Think about that next time you're hauling your boat out of the water. And think about what over 900,000 F-Series buyers last year know. If you can't pull your weight, you might as well shove it. Get $2,500 cash back or 0% financing on a 2002 F-150. Only at your local Ford store, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers.
Come feel the joy all around. Each generation has found they've got their own understand. Come play it out. You've got your own underground. And you can't forget your road. I think that lead you can lose. So shout it out. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. It's that time of Pepsi. For those who think young.
With document distribution from Canon, you can send a document to different locations instantly. Print it in one office, email it to another, and send volumes somewhere else. All at the same time. Hey, welcome to the new office. It's business accelerated.
Time flies by. Well, so do the miles on your car. That's why it's Oil Express. Every 3,000 miles or 3 months, whichever comes first. Oil Express.
Back at the MCI Center in Washington, D.C., the Wizards own a 10-point lead over the Chicago Bulls. Hi, everybody. Wayne Larrabee along with Johnny Redker. And Red, it just looked in that first half of play like the Wizards had a little bit more giddy up to their step.
Yeah, a little energy. They came out, really had a big first quarter, 32-21. They opened that lead. They had a 14-point lead. Bulls cut it to 10. Getting out rebounded the bench. I'll tell you, their bench was terrific. They made 12 out of 23 shots. The Bulls only 3 out of 11 on their bench. But yes, highlights, we had them. We're going to show them to you right now. Heidi White on a Hamilton missed shot, takes it up and power slams it back down. Jalen Rose will tell you how tough it is for Jalen to get to the line. Here he comes off the screen. Nesby chases him, bodies him up, a little fake, and Jalen knocks that one down. Then Courtney Alexander came in the game, just faces up here in the shot against Eddie Robinson, hits the jump shot, knocks him down. Clinton Hassel with a nice job in the first half, 10 points for him on 5 of 7 shooting. Gets a nice pass from Travis Best, who had 6 assists in this, a nice little left-hand layup for him. Then a missed shot from the side by Leitner, but watch Eaton Thomas. Whoa, boy. Knock it down.
And here are the stats in the first half, brought to you by Toyota. Get the feeling. Rebounding edge belonged to the Wizards. They had 8 offensive rebounds in that first half to just 4 for the Bulls. Points in the paint, Wizards a 28-16 advantage there. And, of course, the big advantage that John spoke of off the bench in the first half tonight. So at halftime, the Washington Wizards, without Michael Jordan in the lineup, lead the Chicago Bulls by 10, 56-46, third quarter coming up.
Around here, there's no pie chart to measure progress. The muscles are sore from the job, not the gym. The resumes are built one story at a time. And the company car actually works for a living. The Toyota Tundra, better from the ground up.
Lisa Madigan is questioning John Schmidt's qualifications? She's got to be kidding. Schmidt has practiced law for over 30 years. He served as Associate Attorney General of the United States. He's been called the best qualified person to ever run for Attorney General. Lisa Madigan has practiced law full-time for just 4 years. The daughter of House Speaker Mike Madigan, she's been called the poster child for blatant nepotism. She's running on her father's clout and money. Without his support, her candidacy would be a joke.
March is the time to turn your home wish list into a wish come true at the Home Depot. Come in now through March 31st and get no payments and no interest if paid by January 2003 on consumer credit card purchases of $299 or more for all your kitchen, appliance, bath, and flooring projects. So bring in your list and get no payments and no interest if paid by January 2003 now at the Home Depot.
Scoring leaders in the first half of tonight's game. Courtney Alexander, 5 of 7 shooting from the field to lead the way for the Wizards. Tyrone Nesby, 4 out of 6, many of them unchallenged out of the deep corner. Meanwhile, the Bulls put 3 in double figures. Rose and Pfizer with 11 apiece and 10 for Trenton Hassel. Here's a look at the upcoming Bulls schedule, brought to you by your local Ford store. Quality people, quality products. Tomorrow night, the Bulls take on the Miami Heat. In Chicago, Fox Sports Net has the game, the Red Hot Heat. Friday night, the Clippers come to town again on Fox Sports Net. And then Saturday night, the Admiral and Tim Duncan and company, the San Antonio Spurs and the Chicago Bulls on WGN-TV. And then Monday night, the Sacramento Kings, and we'll have that game for you on WCIU-TV.
Boy, that's 4, 6, 8, 9. Games are really coming up quickly. Eddie Curry, again, with that career season high in 1914, limited here with 3 fouls and 2 points in the first half.
As far as Eddie was concerned, just 10 minutes in that first half. Wizards pick it up offensively. Nesby, Leitner, Whitney, Jahidi White, Richard Hamilton on the floor. Oh, entry into block inside. Nicely done. Bulls recover defensively. Now look to capitalize on the offensive end. Travis Best over the top of Whitney. A long deuce. Travis Best with 6 points. So the Bulls get the first 2 points of the second half. Hamilton looking inside. Goes out to Whitney for 3. Yeah. That's going to be 3 shots coming up at the line. Travis Best running at the shooter. Makes contact and picks up the foul. It's his 3rd.
Long 3 too that time by Whitney. You say he's a franchise leader in the 3s. That's a long way away.
So Whitney, who's made better than 400 three-point field goals in his career here in Washington.
It just doesn't seem like that would be the Jeff Malone or somebody like that. Yeah. I would think it would have something like that. But
he's been here a while. He signed a 10-day contract in March of '96. He's been there ever since. Now he's seen a lot of teammates, a lot of coaching staff, come through here. Whitney missed 2 out of 3. Yeah. Well, not such a bad foul, was it, Coach?
No, I guess not. Huh?
Opening minute, 3rd quarter. Hansel wanted to go down low. Rose was sandwiched by Leitner and Nesby.
Might be Nesby, though.
Well, they called Jahidi White somehow.
Well, I saw Nesby and Leitner sort of double-check them, but...
Yeah. Doug Collins is wondering what they're seeing out there as well. Jalen Rose jumped at by Nesby. Now Leitner takes it away. Leitner on the drop. Second field goal for Christian Leitner.
Leitner did a nice job on the boards, 10 of them in that first half.
He's kind of one of those, I guess, jack of all trades, Johnny. Best gets baseline. Now the ball away. Leitner another rebound. Bill Cartwright hustling his team back. The lead broken up by Pfizer, intended on the play for Jahidi White. So will belong to Washington. Marcus hustling back defensively. Whitney goes to Leitner, leads everybody with 11 rebounds here tonight. Richard Hamilton double team. Leitner into the lane. Thank you. Offensive foul indeed. It is his 3rd personal foul. I mentioned Leitner, Red. He's a good passer. He can score when you need him to. And as we've seen here tonight, a very good rebounder. So he's one of these jacks of all trades, and he has a way of doing something each night to help his club, whether it shows up on the box score or not.
People forget he was the only collegian on the Dream Team.
Yes, he was. The original. Those others are all imposters.
Well, they're very good teams, but
nothing like Pfizer to the left hand off the glass. Marcus with 13. The Bulls are trying to get themselves back into this and now have the deficit down to single digits. Hamilton flying off a baseline screen. Leitner on the block. Whitney from the outside connecting for 2. Chris Whitney now with 6 points in the game. Wizards again by 11. Travis Best sets it up. Running some single-double here. Jalen Rose walking into the line.
Yeah, he did.
They missed it.
But I thought they missed a little foul on the drive. But
13 for Jalen Rose. Whitney picked up tough by Best. Hamilton on the wing. Hamilton got Pfizer on a switch, left it short. Now what do we have?
Heidi pushed Eddie that time.
And White picks up his second. Second on the team.
Hamilton around, up over the top. And Eddie got a little bump. You got that bump in the first half, and Shahidi got the ball and slammed it on him.
Best moves it across. Picked up by Whitney. Hansel trying to clear baseline. They go up top to Rose. Rose, let's go for three. Ring it up. Jalen's second triple of the night. 16 points. Chicago comes out hot here in the third, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots. 80% shooting from the field as the Bulls back to within 6. Timeout.
Ford Explorer, a Best Pick Award from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, leaving the competition in the dust. With a third-row seat that offers the most head and leg room in its class. And over 100 new innovations, including independent rear suspension, not found on Chevy, Dodge, and Toyota. So if you want to see the competition, check the rear-view mirror. Get $2,000 cash back or 0% financing on the all-new 2002 Ford Explorer. No boundaries. Only at your local Ford store, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers.
Sign up for MSN. Use it to buy baseball cleats for sons. And get tips on hand-eye coordination. Use it to search for child optometrists. And post photos of your son's first big catch. Want a great alternative to AOL? Microsoft technology makes MSN more useful every day. Call now to sign up.
Enjoy Pepsi, y'all. Congo! Joy, toilet, joy in the Pepsi there. This track is missing something. That's the flavor. Pepsi.
5-0 Chicago run over 35 seconds. All of those points scored by Jalen Rose.
Jalen with a drive to the middle. Here's the one they thought he took steps on, but he got bumped a little bit by Whitney all the way there. And then here, he looks at the three, looks at it, and says, oh, yeah, I got one here. And
this is the closest the Bulls have been since it was 24-18 late in the first quarter. 6-point lead, Washington. Whitney looking for Leitner on the block down low against Eddie Curry.
Offensive foul again.
It was Christian Leitner who came out after giving up the basketball to Hamilton, and he just erased Jalen Rose right into our broadcast position here. Not even Doug Collins would argue that one.
Here he is. Boom. Bumps Jalen right off the covers.
Travis Best. Again picked up tight by Whitney. Hassel's out front, 10 to go on the shot clock. Spicer ball away, tough shot. White mishandled the rebound. Nesby collects. Whitney motioning everybody to the right side. And now he sets up the offense. Rip Hamilton slashing into the lane. Finds Nesby open in the corner. Not that time. Popeye Jones rebounds it. Nesby again baseline. For the Wizards had their way on the offensive glass for the first half.
By Hassel.
Hassel tipped it away, and on the save attempt, Pfizer was out of bounds. Hassel denied the post feed, and that's where that play began defensively for the Bulls, and Pfizer tried to keep it in play, but could not.
He was just a couple seats away from taking out David Falk, Rose's agent. Sitting across from him.
Whitney has a strip by Best and a foul. It looked like a clean strip by Travis, and he picks up his fourth. Tough call for Travis Best. They called it there when he reached over and tipped the ball. Chris Whitney, the free throw line. They did not call that foul. They did not blow the whistle on the bump. Whitney makes good on his first. 7 for Whitney. Wizards are just 500 from the free throw line, 8 of 16 now. Nesby leads the lineup. Popeye Jones back on.
Yeah, Courtney Alexander.
Courtney is in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not Popeye, but Courtney.
Well, Popeye's in there also, so we got a couple guys.
We got it covered.
And we also got Jamal Crawford in for best, who had 4.
Rose, quick release off the curl. Whitney the rebound. Wizards on the run. Off a screen by White. Left it short that time. Pfizer is there. Crawford on the run. Shot by Whitney. Pulls up and jumps over. Eddie Curry inside. Nicely done.
Yeah, Jahidi White looked at the official on that play, but Eddie gets his first rebound basket. 4 points for him.
6-point lead, Washington. Things have tightened considerably here. Wizards led by as many as 14 in the first half. Whitney. Over Crawford. Tap the rebound to Haskell, and he comes out of there on the run. To Jalen Rose. His pull-up jumper way off. An air ball by Jalen. Hamilton slicing to the baseline and wide. Hassel had him defensively. Curry came over to help. Trenton Hassel gets called for the foul, his second.
Nice beating him to the baseline. Gets the body. Up he goes for the basket. We're just going to mention Hassel has done a pretty good job on Hamilton.
Hamilton with 11 points. Hamilton calls himself Tonto. Calls MJ the Lone Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they work it here.
They'll tell him to say hello to Scottie Pippen.
Yeah. Whitney guilty of the foul here, his third. And when Tonto and the Lone Ranger scored 20 points apiece in a game, the Wizards are 9-0, which is probably no great surprise to anyone.
Mm-hmm. Usually your 2 top scorers have big games.
Yeah, in the same game.
Yeah.
They're going to be pretty hard to beat. I don't care what they do on the defensive end. Here's Crawford.
Red, they give
3 to go on
Jamal.
the shot clock.
Oh, he almost
nearly
banked
banked that in. Crawford landed on his back, but no call. Wizards leading at 66-57, set it up. Just under 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Off the hands of Hamilton, able to track it down. Now baseline jump quickly. Back tap by Curry. Crawford on the run. He's got numbers. To Hassel, filling the lane.
Yeah, curled that one in.
Whitney. Bill Cartwright wanted a foul. Looked like Whitney hacked him on the play, but no call. Bulls finish the break. And again, back to within 7. Whitney advances. Alexander, quick turn off the elbow, and a foul coming up. Crawford, or I should say Rose, got there late. Jalen's first personal. That's 4 on the team.
Yeah, there's a good stat coming out. When Jordan and Pippen scored 20 apiece, they were 177-39. Tonto and that Lone Ranger net.
Oh, that was Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay.
Different role. Michael's in a Western now. Oh, my. Michael Jordan, we're told, watching the game from the locker room, the Wizards' locker room. Courtney puts in on a pair, 14 points. They acquired him in a deal with Dallas last February, and they've been waiting for him to blossom ever since. Jordan was very high on his talent.
He finished the season pretty good last year.
He did. Oh, Crawford throws it away. White on the other end to finish. Well,
he went by Rose went up to foul him, but he went by him and got the dunk.
And the Wizards again lead by double figures, 11-point advantage.
Turnover led directly to that.
Hassel skips it over Marcus Pfizer. pulls up, short jump. Rebounded by Curry, and a loose ball foul coming up, and it's going to be on the Wizards, Courtney Alexander. His second personal. 4 on the team now. Bill Cartwright's been up virtually all night, directing his team.
Been up a lot of nights since we've taken over.
Yeah. Well, that job will do it to you. It'll keep you up. Now, you know that as well as anybody. Rose out of the corner. To Heidi White, another rebound. Bulls down by 11 now. Inside of 4.5 to go, third quarter. Whitney. White. Back to Whitney. Long deuce by Chris Whitney. He reaches double digits with 10, and Bill Cartwright now needs a timeout. This thing is slipping away with 4:10 to go in the third. The Wizards on a 6-0 run have extended their advantage to 72-59.
Hey, you don't remember me, do you? Forget it. Probably shouldn't have.
Wait, no, wait. It's, James, right?
Yeah, James. Hey, I'd love to continue the conversation we're having. Over dinner?
Sure. Call me.
All right, cheers. Dennis, who is that? I don't know.
Working your mojo? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I can't believe you gave him a fake phone number. Oh, yeah.
So what do you want?
Gosh, look at all those combo meals. What would he order? Go with the double cheeseburger. No, do the daily double. What you really want is a McChicken. Well, I say the fillet of fish.
Now get any of these 4 sandwiches with a small fry and small soft drink for just $1.99 every day.
A daily double. McChicken. Fillet of fish. Double cheeseburger. I'll have what he's having. He must be off duty.
No time left for you. On my way to better things. I got no time.
Today, 63% of Americans feel financial institutions aren't interested in helping them. So where do you turn? H&R Block Financial Advisors gives everyone access to smart financial advice. Start now with a free personalized financial review. It's your future on your terms.
Friday night when the Bulls battle the Clippers, it's Pepsi night. While supplies last, all fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat. Compliments of Pepsi. For tickets, just call 1-800-4NBA-TICK or visit Bulls.com.
A couple of plays. Heidi White intercepts a pass meant for Eddie Curry, and then Whitney throws it down. Now Jalen's going to take the foul, but he goes right by on a nice stop and go, and then Whitney hit a little quick jump shot.
And we're back live. Pfizer to Jalen Rose, backing Alexander. The follow-away is good. Good shot by Jalen Rose now with 18 points. At the baseline, the foul is on Jalen Rose at a collision with Davis.
Second foul.
Penalty situation, and it won't be Hubert Davis, but it'll be Courtney Alexander going to the line. Wizards now 5 out of 7 at the free throw line of the second half. Alexander's made 3 of those. 32 points, 13 of 22 from the field, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, just 1 turnover in 50 minutes on Sunday against Orlando. And as Doug Collins said, that was the biggest win of the year for the Wizards, snapped their 7-game losing streak. They did it without Michael Jordan and Rip Hamilton. Hamilton down with the flu. Crawford. Here's Trenton Hassel. Jamal on the drive. The rebound caught by Jones. So the Bulls getting very little going in their favor right now. Jones up high. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Wizards. Alexander right with him. Jalen Rose gets a screen to Heidi White. Quick release by Courtney Alexander once he cleared the screen before Eddie Curry could run at him. The Wizards lead it by 15. Their biggest lead of the game. Jalen Rose once again answering for the Bulls. He has 20. 9 of which have come here in the third. Just under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Pfizer denies that lob pass to Popeye Jones up high, and Marcus connects on the drive. Good defense, good hustle by Marcus Pfizer. He's got 15. The 11-point lead for the Wizards. This is Whitney. Popeye Jones back to Whitney off the screen. Eddie Curry the rebound, and the Bulls chance to put a little run together here. Jalen Rose. Splits 2 defenders, had it knocked away. No foul.
The Bulls haven't been to the foul line all night, all quarter.
Hubert Davis the rebound, or I should say the deflection. And now the Wizards set it up. White sets a screen near the baseline. Alternates side to the floor with Jahidi White. And White off the glass. 11 for Jahidi White. Minute 33 to go. Third quarter. Washington by 13. Crawford leads for Pfizer. Back to Jamal. 8 to go on the shot clock. Hassel fouled out front. A foul. Hubert Davis. And that's the 5th on the team, so the Bulls will get a chance at the line. And technical foul is called.
Jalen, he's been arguing about not getting a call on that last drive he made.
So they ring him up with a tee. And at the free throw line is Chris Whitney. And Whitney makes the free throw. He's got 11. And that extends the Wizards' lead to 14. Bulls fans, enjoy a great time out with your family, friends, or coworkers. Simply purchase 25 tickets or more. You can receive a group discount or get 2 free tickets to the game of your choice. Tickets start at just $10. So to plan a fun-filled group outing, call the Bulls at 312-455-4000. Then we'll see you at the United Center. Hassel drops the first. Bill Cartwright, another tough night on the road for him and his team. Bulls have only won 3 games on the road this season. Hassel makes good on a pair. Bulls within shouting distance, down by 12. In the final 2 minutes, third quarter. Tyronn Lue is in the game now for the Wizards. Lue finds John White for the reverse jam.
Twice now he stopped on players wanting to take the foul. Pfizer was going to try to get him on that one, but Jahidi White stopped and then went up and hammered it.
And he's looked good here tonight.
Yes, he has.
Under a minute to go. Third quarter. Jalen Rose, another jumper, this time out of the left-hand corner. 22 for Rose. It's been a one-man gang here in this third quarter. Here's Courtney Alexander. Tyronn Lue out high. Lost Jamal Crawford with the up fake. Tyronn Lue connecting. He has 6. Washington again by 14. Hassel watched by Davis. Gets Rose in the corner. Shakes loose for the jumper. Not this time. Alexander is there. And the Wizards can hold for one last shot. Time winding down to the right-hand corner of your screen. Washington leading by 14. Tyronn Lue clears wide open for the jumper. 2 in a row down the stretch by Tyronn Lue. Now Jalen Rose pulls up for 3. And that will do it in this third quarter. After Chicago pulled it within 6, the Wizards outscored the Bulls 22-12, but not because Jalen Rose didn't do his best to keep the Bulls within striking distance in this third quarter. 11 points in the third for Jalen Rose, but the Wizards enjoy an 85-69 lead as we head to the fourth.
coming to the WB Thursday night. 5 musicians who share a dream.
You ready, man?
They travel a rocky road that will test their friendship.
We need a song! I don't want to be a loser.
Together, they have a shot at becoming the next big thing.
This is the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oliver Hudson, My Guide to Becoming a Rock Star.
Premiering Thursday, March 14th on WGN.
Toyota audition, Garfield.
Garfield wants to be your spokesman.
I hate cats.
And I hate talent scouts.
No offense to your client, but it's dogs who love cars.
The cats are into comfort. The Toyotas are comfortable.
Well, that's true.
Critics had this to say about the all-new Camry. The interior is near perfect. Business Week. Hands down the car of the year for 2002. The Detroit News. What people will be driving next. Car and Driver.
Give me one good reason why a cat would do a car ad.
Reclining seats.
Hurry to your Toyota dealer and experience what the critics are raving about.
Which will prove longer lasting? The ageless creations of nature itself, or the enduring craftsmanship of Anderson Windows? Only time will tell. Anderson Windows. Long live the home.
Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on. Pepsi's got that special taste created for the cold. The cold turns on that Pepsi drive, makes Pepsi Cola come alive. Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on.
There's a look at the scoring by quarters. Washington, a couple of big quarters with a 32 and 29 points. And they continue to dominate in the paint, 40 to 24. In the third quarter, they hit 9 of 11 free throws.
Both teams each had 10 baskets, but you're right, there's your difference. The Bulls 2 of 2.
So we start the fourth quarter. Charles Oakley in for the Bulls now, the forward spot. Travis Best moves it across. It's a screen from Oak. Best, Jalen Rose, Dalibor Bogadic, E-Rob are in there, and Jalen connects again. 24 and 11 of the Bulls' 23 points in the third quarter. Teron Lue moves it across for Washington. Brendan Haywood is in the game now for the Wizards, along with Popeye Jones. Jones has it on the block right now. Rip Hamilton and Courtney Alexander also in the lineup. Bad pass there. Alexander couldn't handle. Bulls off the steal. Rose converts. So a couple of quick field goals by Jalen Rose. And the Bulls back to within 12. Popeye Jones.
A foul underneath here. Is this on the big guy, Haywood? Yes.
It is on Brendan Haywood. He's been assessed a technical foul, not a personal foul.
See what happened on that play. Popeye Jones looked, and
Doug Collins didn't see what happened either.
Well, this is unusual. Jalen's going to go to the free throw line first time this game.
Yes. And you would think with all the shooting he's been doing, he would have gotten there by now. It's in the free throw. It's 27 points. 16 of which have come here in the second half. So Brendan Haywood, the youngster, into the technical foul, and now the Bulls come back the other way. Pressure in the backcourt by Teron Lue. Rose has scored the Bulls' last 7 points. Jalen, make it 9.
That's what he had. That's what he had in the game in New Jersey, didn't he? 29?
Yeah, the interesting thing about Jalen Rose, he has the most points scored against the Bulls by an opponent this year, and the most points scored by a Bull this year. Teron Lue, Haywood fouled on the play by Oakley. Second on Oak, first on the team. Opening 2 minutes of play, fourth quarter. Bulls trail the Wizards by 11. Brendan Haywood at the line. Haywood yet to score tonight. Tomorrow night when the Bulls battle the Miami Heat, it's Van Camp and Investments night while supplies last. All fans entering the United Center receive a Bulls hat. Compliments of Van Camp and Investments. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TIX or visit Bulls.com. A pair at the line for Brendan Haywood. 10:23 to go, and the Bulls trailing 89-76. Robinson skips it over to Jalen Rose, the hot man. And the rebound taken by Popeye Jones. Ron Lou sets it up for the Wizards. Out, Lou trying to penetrate. Steps behind the screen by Popeye Jones and makes the three-pointer. Boy, that hurt. Sure did. Because now it's a 16-point Washington advantage inside of 10 minutes to go. Robinson to Travis Best off the heel of the rim. Wizards blocked out Dalibor Bogdanovic for the rebound. Alexander, a little stop and go. Popeye Jones inside, knocked away by Travis Best. Brendan Haywood, good if it goes. It did not, and he'll go to the line. He was bumped hard. Oakley picks up his third. Second on the team. Marcus Fizer up off the Bulls bench. He'll be reporting on. Nesby is back in for the Wizards. The 9-0 Chicago run, which was all Jalen Rose, was followed by a 7-0 run by the Wizards. And Fizer back on, replacing Bogdanovic. So the Bulls go a little smaller here, but can afford to do that because outside of Haywood, the Wizards are very small. Haywood splits at the line. 17-point lead, Washington, biggest of the night. Best trying to cross over to Ron Lou. Gets Oakley an open look. He's had that shot 3 or 4 times tonight and hasn't been able to make it. Lou running the break to Nesby. Jumped at by Rose. Lou back out front against Travis Best. Popeye entering baseline. Hamilton ripped.
And he lost it and turned his head, and Rip Hamilton got loose.
Timeout Bulls. It is slipping away here in the fourth with 8:46 left to go, fourth quarter. Wizards 95, Bulls 76.
This is ridiculous. Just keep looking. What about the one on the right?
I love this. With a Nokia 3360 phone and AT&T wireless service.
No, more right.
This? You can send and receive text messages.
Yeah, that's what she wants. I mean, I think that's what she wants.
And right now, with a $50 rebate from AT&T Wireless, it's everything you ever wanted.
How did you know?
While we have a moment, let's see what's coming up on WGN.
Get ready for 1 hour, 2 comedies, and countless laughs. Hang with your friends at 6. And, of course, everybody loves Raymond at 6:30. Catch the comedy weekdays on WGN, Chicago's WB.
Travis Best advances it across for the Bulls, who trail 95-76. Best able to clear and hits the jumper. 8 points for Travis Best. 4 from the field. That ended a 10-0 run by the Wizards. Ron Lou played top by Best. Hamilton curling off a screen at the baseline by Haywood. On by Jones. Bears watching at the elbow. Hamilton does too. By Jones, the offensive rebound. Hamilton slicing to the bucket.
Nice unselfish move there by Popeye Jones to set him up for that.
Yeah, the Wizards have had it on the offensive board. They've done a good job there. Jalen off glass. Nicely done.
Well, the only basket is by Best in this quarter outside of Jalen Rose, who's got 9.
Lou. Hamilton again clearing on the wing. Back to Teron Lou. Oakley had position of the rebound and got pushed.
Haywood?
Yep.
That's his fourth one.
He's really struggling. He was on the injured list for a while and did not see action against the Bulls Friday night due to a sore left knee, but he looked much better in early January when we were out here than he does tonight.
Well, Eddie Curry looked better too, but Eddie Curry was going against some different guys.
Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wizards as Oakley had designs on that rebound.
He was going against Popeye Jones and Christian Leitner.
Tonight it was Jahidi White. E-Rob leaves it short. Jones trying for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Oakley. It'll belong to Washington. Jalen Rose has almost 40% of the Bulls' point output tonight. 31 of the 80 points. Teron Lou. Desby at the arc. Haywood delivers the screen. 5 to go on the shot clock. Down to 3. Down to 2. Lou beat the clock, didn't get it to go. Haywood offensive rebound too, and that really hurts. 19-point lead Wizards. Curry up off the Bulls bench will be coming back on. Best lead for Oakley. Trying to one-hop inside to Pfizer, threw it away. Marcus, I don't think was expecting that pass there. Pfizer leaves as Curry comes back on. Bulls are trailing by 19. Wizards with the ball. Wizards trying to win their second in a row after snapping a 7-game losing streak. Steal by E-Rob. For the hammer.
Some people think Eddie Robinson gets up higher than Tyson Chandler. You believe that?
Well,
on a string jump there.
He got up on that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Man, talk about springs in those legs.
You mentioned Tyson. Of course, Tyson missed another game here tonight with that stitches in his left hand. Now Eddie Curry.
Inside Eddie Curry trying to deny the post feed into Haywood. Picks up the foul. It's Eddie's third. Make it his fourth.
Was E-Rob in for that dunk?
That's a poster shot if I ever saw one, isn't it?
Yeah. Eddie having a struggling night. Eddie Curry. Can't get his rhythm in there. Got some fouls.
That hurts a young player when he has to come out for an extended period of time. Popeye Jones with the fall away with 6 to go on the shot clock, and the Bulls clear the person of Jalen Rose. Charles Oakley leads for Jalen. To Oakley out of the corner. Oak has not been able to find the range with his open jumpers either. Rip Hamilton denied inside by Eddie Curry as they try to get on low to Brendan Haywood. Nice hustle there by Curry to knock it away. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the game. We get a timeout. The Bulls trail the Wizards by 17. We'll be back.
Toyota audition, Garfield.
Garfield wants to be your spokesman.
I hate cats.
And I hate talent scuff.
No offense to your client, but it's dogs who love cars.
The cats are into comfort. Toyotas are comfortable.
Well, that's true.
Critics had this to say about the all-new Camry. The interior is near perfect. Business Week. Hands down the car of the year for 2002. The Detroit News. What people will be driving next. Car and Driver.
Give me one good reason why a cat would do a car ad.
Reclining seats.
Hurry to your Toyota dealer and experience what the critics are raving about.
So what do you want?
Gosh, look at all those combo meals. What would he order? Go with the double cheeseburger. No, do the daily double. What you really want is a McChicken. Well, I say the filet of fish.
Now get any of these 4 sandwiches with a small fry and small soft drink for just $1.99 every day.
A daily double. McChicken. Filet of fish. Double cheeseburger. I'll have what he's having. He must be off duty.
More bandwidth, more bandwidth, more bandwidth.
Gigabytes. We can barely send megabytes.
I need that in real time. Can I get that in real time?
Freddy's fresh out of bandwidth.
I can't get on the internet. Where's Bob?
Someone's vacation photos just crashed our server.
He sprinkles in the fairy dust, and it makes more bandwidth.
Bandwidth solutions that grow along with your business. SBC Ameritech data. We're on it.
Let's take a look at our highlight game, brought to you by Miller Lite. And it's Miller time. Miami, Detroit going at it. 2 of the hotter teams in the Eastern Conference, Johnny Kerr. Miami playing very well since the first of the year. Detroit, of course, has inched ahead of Milwaukee in the Central Division, and a good ball game brewing up in Auburn Hills tonight, third quarter.
And we'll see those guys tomorrow.
Yeah, you will. Hoiberg is in the lineup for the Bulls now. He has not seen a whole lot of action here tonight. Best, Rose, Hoiberg, Curry, and Robinson for the Bulls. Whitney, Alexander, Hamilton, Haywood, and Popeye Jones for the Wizards. And now they're going to make a change. Popeye comes out, and Hubert Davis comes in. So the Wizards go small.
What a veteran Popeye Jones has been with his team. He has seen the goods and the bad. Blocked by Eddie Robinson.
Robinson got up high in that one. Curry. Rose, now Travis Best. We have but 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Offensive foul on Rose?
Yep, as he tried to ward off Courtney Alexander. No, it's going to be on Courtney.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Courtney Alexander picks up his 3rd.
Both of them down there fighting for position.
That's what they call it on. Jalen back to the fall away. Comes up short, and Hamilton secures the rebound. 2 air balls tonight by Jalen. Unusual. Extremely unusual. But he's been asked to take a lot of shots here tonight. And in the second half, he's basically been the Bulls' offense. Whitney bumped by Rose, and they got it right this time. 3rd personal on Jalen. 4 on the team. Hubert Davis on the inbound. Travis Best gets a foul call here. 5th. Man, oh man, now they're over the limit with 5. Boy, 3 fouls called in the last, 10 seconds or thereabouts? Wizards 18 of 27 from the line, make it 19 of 28. 2 fouls this quarter. Bulls with 5. Wizards just 2. Chris Whitney's made a pretty good living at the line here tonight. And he drops in 2 more. 13 for Whitney. Inside of 5 minutes to go in the game. And the Wizards already 101 points here tonight. Best whirling into the lane. No calls. He was stopped. Backhand rebound by Eddie Curry. Here come the Wizards. Whitney on the lead. Alexander for the slam. beautifully run fast break. Nice. Courtney Alexander following up his big game on Sunday. Rose loses on a pirouette move in the lane, but Eddie Curry there to collect. 6 for Eddie Curry. Well, the Bulls press in the backcourt. Whitney off the inbound, tips it right back to Hubert Davis. Davis, the former New York Knick. Here's Courtney Alexander. It's a screen wide open. And he's got 22 points on the night.
Jalen saying, Eddie, tell me about that screen.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said to him. As they headed back the other way. Inside of 4 minutes to go, Travis Best tries one from the outside, and he's got double digits with 10. In the game on Sunday against the Magic, the Wizards put 6 different players in double figures, and Rip Hamilton didn't even play in that game. Obviously, neither did Michael Jordan. Here tonight, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in double figures. Jalen Rose picks up the foul, his 4th personal. And while we have a moment, we'll remind you that Friday night when the Bulls battle the Clippers, it's Pepsi night while supplies last. All fans entering the United Center receive a Bulls hat, compliments of Pepsi. For tickets, the number to call, 1-800-4NBA-TICKS, or visit Bulls.com. Let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago's WB.
Alexander made the first and the second. Up to 24 points here tonight. Inside of 3.5 to go for the game, and the Wizards loading it on the Bulls here. Travis Best off glass, I believe. My goodness. Travis with 12. Push it off glass like that, my word. 788. Hamilton. Hayward to perfection.
Oh, boy. What a pick-apart that was.
Yep. Jalen trying to get it right back for the Bulls. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Wizards, Courtney Alexander. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the ball game, we get a timeout. Bill Cartwright and company having one of those nights on the road, trailing big at D.C.
You guys want to check out a movie?
Sure. How long are you house sitting for Ray?
Actually, he gets back tonight. Tell me Miller Lite.
What the heck is this?
Howdy, ma'am. Need a ranch hand?
I've been so lonely sitting here out on the ranch by myself.
Is that Ray? Well, that's where I come in, sweetie. That's where I come in.
Getting to know your friends? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Ray, you are naughty.
Yes, I am, ma'am. Giddy up.
Sign up for MSN. Use it to join carpooling group. And send email. Pick you up at 7. Use it to get instant messages. And buy rock ballads. Volume 6. Want a great alternative to AOL? Microsoft Technology makes MSN more useful every day. Call now to sign up.
Ross thinks he's over Rachel. Yeah, right.
If she kisses him tonight, I'm going to kill myself. He's going in.
You are surprisingly strong.
Next Friends, tonight at 10 on WGN.
Drew's doing the full Monty.
We get to be naked.
But when the cops shut him down, he takes his act to City Hall.
Next Drew, tonight at 10:30 on WGN.
On Thursday, March 28th, when the Bulls host the 76ers, it's Exelon night while supplies last. All fans entering the United Center will receive a John Paxson bobblehead doll, courtesy of Exelon, proud parent of Tom Evans. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or visit Bulls.com.
Something just came flying out of the stands and landed right on you.
Yeah.
I was just going to make a comment. The last time I saw Pax bobblehead was he was coming off the court after hitting that three at Phoenix. Yeah. Something came flying down out of the stand. It was.
Hoiberg, screen roll with Dalibor Bogdanovich. Haywood the rebound. Rose opens the fourth quarter with 7 straight points for the Bulls. Got the score to 85-76 Washington. But it's 23-13 since the Wizards have put this one away. Haywood across the lane. Thomas was stopped on the drive, knocked out of bounds. No foul. It'll belong to Washington with 7 to go on the shot clock. The Wizards have won 9 more games than they did all of last year, and this will be their 10th win above last year's. And they won 19. It'll be their 29th. Hamilton had it stripped away, right into the hands of Tom Thomas.
That was a good play by Hassel. He took it right out of his hand.
Hassel utilizing a screen by Eddie Curry. A.J. Guyton getting some late game action. Bogdanovich gets an open look. Haywood the rebound. We're inside of 2 minutes to go in the game. 111-88. Wizards on top. 56 of those 111 points have come off the Wizards bench tonight. Big time contribution. Hamilton dealing baseline with a beautiful move. Had a shot partially blocked by Hassel. Hoiberg on the run. As Hassel on his right, Hoiberg takes it all the way, and a foul coming up. Blocking foul going against Chris Whitney. Fourth personal on Whitney. Hoiberg will be heading to the line.
Jalen Rose's day is finished with his 31 points.
He did what he could, Red. Saturday night, the Bulls battle the Spurs. It's Nike Youth Jersey Night while supplies last. All kids age 14 and under entering the United Center will receive a Tyson Chandler jersey compliments at Nike. For tickets, 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or visit Bulls.com. Hoiberg hits a pair at the line. Chicago just 5 free throw attempts in the entire second half. Courtney Alexander's had another big night tonight, his second game in a row. And he adds to his point total. That's 26 now, following that 32-point performance on Sunday afternoon. A minute straight up to go. Guyton looking to maneuver around Deron Lue. Castle for 3. Rebound to Tom Thomas.
Shooting has gone south.
Yep.
With the defense and the rebound.
I would say it's all gone south, hasn't it? Wizards have put a team best 113 points on the board. Make it 115 as Davis connects out of the corner. Season best for the Wizards.
Michael was holding back.
Probably. He kept them in the half court, right? Guyton missing there. Haywood the rebound. Deron Lue picks it up, and this should do it. So the Washington Wizards win their second in a row, and they take the season series from the Chicago Bulls 3-1 as they win in resounding fashion here tonight. 115-90 over the Chicago Bulls. Courtney Alexander with 26 points. Eventually led the way for a pretty well-balanced Wizards attack here tonight. Jalen Rose did what he could for the Bulls, scored 20 second-half points, 31 in the game, but he didn't get nearly enough help as the Bulls fall for the second time on this road trip, and their record slides to 16-44. Again, the final, the Wizards 115, the Bulls 90. We'll be back.
Imagine if you could just walk right up and put in a new order for high-octane elegance. And imagine if you could get your new order by simply signing by the X.
You guys want to check out a movie?
Sure. How long are you house sitting for Ray?
Actually, he gets back tonight. Tell me Miller Lite.
What the heck is this?
Howdy, ma'am. Need a ranch hand?
I've been so lonely sitting here out on the ranch by myself.
Is that Ray?
Well, that's where I come in, sweetie. That's where I come in.
Getting to know your friends? Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Ray, you are a naughty horse.
Yes, I am, ma'am. Giddy up.
Toyota audition, Garfield.
Garfield wants to be your spokesman.
I hate cats.
And I hate talent scouts.
No offense to your client, but it's dogs who love cars.
The cats are into comfort. The Toyotas are comfortable.
Well, that's true.
Critics had this to say about the all-new Camry. The interior is near perfect. Business Week. Hands down the car of the year for 2002. The Detroit News. What people will be driving next. Car and Driver.
Give me one good reason why a cat would do a car ad.
Reclining seats.
Hurry to your Toyota dealer and experience what the critics are raving about.
Back in Washington, where the Wizards have defeated the Bulls tonight, 115-90. And Johnny, the Bulls played on the downside of this one throughout the night. A 32-point first quarter by the Wizards. They pretty much established themselves at that point, and they were going to get a lot more from their bigs tonight than they did Friday night in Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely. They had Hamilton healthy tonight. He's been out with a bad stomach, even in the hospital, and couldn't keep anything down. He played very well tonight, but Chris Whitney stepped up, and of course Courtney Alexander coming off that game against Orlando in the overtime where he had 32, really was brilliant tonight with 26 points.
Jahidi White also, John, early in the ball game on both ends established something for Washington inside.
He missed that game in Chicago, and Eddie Curry had a great game, but he did it against a couple other guys that weren't effective tonight. But Jahidi White came in. He's a big body, and he set the tone right away. Let's get some points underneath, and let's get the big guys in trouble. And Eddie Curry got 2 fouls very quickly and had to sit in the bench.
Doug Collins' team takes a lot of early offense now. They're trying to get up and down the floor. And they played a lot of this game with a smaller lineup, John. They've got good athletic ability, and Courtney Alexander is just one of those guys.
Yeah, Alexander was brilliant, and they've been waiting for him on some breakout games. He had it, as I mentioned the other day. Tonight, again, was a brilliant game for him. Their outside game was on. Their passing was sharp. Christian Leitner didn't do a heck of a lot of damage scoring-wise, but he kept the ball alive for him, rebounded very well. And, I mean, this was what you call a real team victory. I'm sure that Michael, watching in their locker room, was very pleased and proud of his team the way they went out and played tonight.
Well, they scored the most points they have scored in a single game this season here tonight against the Chicago Bulls. That's nothing that'll make Bill Cartwright very happy at all. There are the final numbers on tonight's game. 57% shooting from the field, and they dominated the boards. So the Wizards will be back with our special guest coming up when we continue from the MCI Center after these messages.
So what do you want?
Gosh, look at all those combo meals. What would he order? Go with the double cheeseburger. No, do the daily double. What you really want is a McChicken. Well, I say the fillet of fish.
Now get any of these 4 sandwiches with a small fry and small soft drink for just $1.99 every day.
A daily double. McChicken. Fillet of fish. Double cheeseburger. I'll have what he's having. He must be off duty.
You got it.
Back at the MCI Center in Washington, the Wizards score a 115-90 victory over the Chicago Bulls, and it's a pleasure to have with us Popeye Jones, who had a nice ball game here tonight. 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Congratulations, Popeye, first on the win for your team and also on your performance. Very solid job.
Thanks a lot. You know, it meant a lot to come out and get this win tonight. We're just trying to take care of home. We're right in the thick of things for the playoffs, and we just gotta try to take care of business and hold the fort down, and hopefully Michael can get back and get healthy for us.
You've been in situations with playoff teams. When this camp started, when you were here at the camp started, did you feel that this was a playoff-bound team?
I said it. You know, I think everybody was kind of doubting us, but, you know, the first day of media day, I said that, that we can make the playoffs with this team. You put in a bunch of role players like we have, veteran guys who know how to play, and a couple of young guys, and then you throw Michael into the mix. I said it from the get-go that, if we came together, that we could make the playoffs.
You got a chance to play with a guy that Wayne and I have covered for years, Michael Jordan, and I know you've been, sometimes you have the tendency when you first start playing with him to step back and watch him like the fans are and everything else. Then finally he says, let's get into this game with you. Did you have that tendency? And you don't do it anymore, right?
We did. I can be honest with you. We did. At first, we'd give him the ball and try to watch him play. And I think that, sometimes people forget what kind of terrific passer he is when he has the basketball. And he knows when he's drawing a lot of attention, he knows where to find us at and get us in the right spots where we can make good things happen when he gets us the ball. One story I have to tell you guys, in practice, one day, Michael was taking every shot, and Doug was like, Michael Jordan can't shoot anymore. So that right there kind of helped us work and develop playing with Michael.
We're going to look at a piece of tape of Michael Jordan in action when
Ron Mercer here. Yeah. Ron Mercer, the last play of the game, as they threw it down, Michael catches up. This has to be the play of the year by many, many people. Michael went up, not only took it out, but caught it. Everybody at that bench, you had to look at everybody was going crazy. What a play. You ever see a play like that before?
I've never seen a play like that, but I think that the good thing about that play is when you watch it, he's the one that took the shot.
Yeah.
I think that people don't realize, sometimes guys take the shot and get it blocked, and they kind of stop for a second.
Put the head down,
he kept playing, put their head down, and he kept playing, and he came up with a huge block at a crucial time in the game.
Popeye, let me ask you now, Michael Jordan a week ago has knee problems. He undergoes surgery. What was the feeling for this Wizards team now with Michael out for an extended period of time? This is really your time as a group to come together and make the playoff run. It's going to be made or broken right here, isn't it, in this stretch of games before Michael comes back?
I think so. I think that, when Michael went down, we got our heads together and said that, somebody else has got to step up and fill that void. And I think that Courtney Alexander, comes to mind. He's done a great job of stepping up and filling that void. And all of the rest of us, sometimes we got to be a little bit more aggressive on offense. A lot of times we're looking to pass the ball.
Courtney was brilliant the last two games. That big win for you in overtime against Orlando. He came up with a career high. And then tonight again, off the bench, he steps in. Is he just playing with more confidence, or is he just... it couldn't come at a better time for you guys to have more power on your bench, though, right?
I think that, the time when he wasn't playing, he was continuing to work hard and work on his game. He showed great promise last year when we got him from Dallas. I think he may have averaged 15 points when he came to Washington last year. But the coaching staff's been working really hard with him, teaching him how to get the ball in certain situations and how to involve his teammates into the game. And, he's doing a great job for us. We always knew he could score, and, it couldn't come at a better time when Michael's down.
Popeye, I remember some of your games down at Murray State. Matter of fact, I covered two of your games in the Ohio Valley Championship back-to-back years, your junior and senior year. You've come through a lot in the pro ranks. You've had injuries, you've had ups and downs. You are now really comfortable at facing the basket. That seems to be your game. Is that how your game has evolved on this level?
Yeah, it has.
Because down there you were a big guy.
Right. I was posting up a lot. I think that with Michael out now, if you look at our offense, what Doug wants us to do is make plays out of the post. I'm not looking for myself a lot, but I'm looking to make plays out of that post. And if my man leads me to knock down that open jump shot, I think that's how my game has kind of developed over the years.
Michael paid you a great compliment early in the season. He said our most valuable player right now is Popeye Jones. That had to make you feel good, huh?
Yeah, it makes me feel really good. It makes me feel that I'm a part of something that's really special here. And, this is the place that I would just love to finish my career out and, right off into the sunset.
Well,
listen, go ahead.
Thank you so much for taking time out with us, Popeye. Good luck to you and the Wizards down the stretch in the playoff run.
Thanks a lot. I also got to say, you mentioned Murray State. We're back in the tournament.
Yes,
all right, yeah. Thanks, Popeye.
Popeye Jones. They were always in the tournament when Popeye played down there at Murray State. We'll be back to wrap things up from the MCI Center after these messages.
Ford Explorer, a Best Pick Award from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, leaving the competition in the dust. with a third-row seat that offers the most head and leg room in its class. And over 100 new innovations, including independent rear suspension, not found on Chevy, Dodge, and Toyota. So if you want to see the competition, check the rearview mirror. Get $2,000 cash back or 0% financing on the all-new 2002 Ford Explorer. No boundaries. Only at your local Ford store, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers.
Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for when you feel the heat. Get refreshment down cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
Back at the MCI Center where the Washington Wizards have defeated the Chicago Bulls 115-90. Take a look at some other scores around the NBA tonight. And Cleveland has won again. They're playing pretty well of late, Red. 103-96 over Atlanta. Miami leading Detroit now by 11 in the third. I mentioned before, Miami, one of the hotter teams in the NBA. New York by 10 over Milwaukee in the third quarter at Madison Square Garden. And boy, what has happened to George Karl's Bucks? Favored by many to win the East. Orlando trailing Indiana at the half. And Indiana club is an interesting bunch now to follow. Phoenix and Dallas going at it, early going in that ball game in the second quarter. In Toronto and Houston, it's Toronto on top, and Toronto's lost, what, 11 in a row coming into today's game, if I'm not mistaken.
Not playing well, but they've got that lead now tonight.
San Antonio over Golden State. We'll see San Antonio at the United Center later on. By the way, we'll see Miami at the United Center tomorrow night. We'll see San Antonio on Saturday night. That's our next telecast. Lakers in Jersey a little bit later on. That'll be a very interesting ball game. And then Minnesota-Seattle also coming up. Let's take a look at some of the standings around the NBA. It begins in the Atlantic Division right there. And again, Jersey has pulled away. Boston has struggled recently, although they got a big win the other night over Philadelphia. I think that 76er team, John, is a somewhat dangerous ball club. They can pull things together.
Anytime you've got Mutombo and Iverson on that ball club, they're really tough.
And you look at Miami, not that far out of the picture there in terms of moving up the ladder. In the Central Division, if we have those standings, we'll show you. We do not. That's the only division we have.
Okay, well, that's the one we're interested in always.
All right.
Yes. We got Miami coming in tomorrow, and that'll be good to see morning. And as you mentioned,
we're always interested in the Atlantic Division.
Well, Friday, you know, we've got Elton Brand coming back with the Clippers, and then we've got the Admiral and Duncan. So the Bulls got their hands full, and they got trounced here soundly tonight.
A big week coming up at the United Center for the Bulls, and we hope to see you there for several of the ball games coming up this week. That'll do it for Johnny Redker and myself from the MCI Center. Our next telecast of Bulls basketball Saturday night when the San Antonio Spurs take on the Bulls at the United Center. Game time 7:30 on WGN TV. Once again, a little bit too much of the Washington Wizards. Jahidi White early on at 7 points of the first quarter to establish control down low by the Wizards, who were huge in the paint. Jalen Rose did what he could in the second half. He scored 20 second-half points to try to keep the Bulls within shouting distance. Doug Collins looked like a losing coach, but he was a big winner tonight because of plays like this by Rip Hamilton inside. Hamilton had a nice, solid ball game with 15. Courtney Alexander, spectacular with 26 points, following his season high of 32 the other day against Orlando. Again, for Red Kerr, Wayne Larrabee, so long from the MCI Center.
Tom Skilling, weekdays on WGN News at noon and 9.